Oh, hi, you all. Hi, it is Tia. Good day, good afternoon, good evening. Hope all are well. Hope all are safe. Okay, so a quick message. So there's been, I think it was one prepper in particular, and maybe even I experienced this, but I'm sure maybe perhaps you or someone you know. But they're saying that they're receiving food that's already dead upon arrival. The lady that I seen, she I think she got a pack of meat, 2 packs of meat, and she said it's only been in the fridge 2 days. She opened it up, her chicken meat was already dead, and then she said she opened a fruit cocktail that's supposed to be good until 2025. She said she opened it up and she showed the video of it. It was a rotten grapes, like the fruit were rotten, and you could see them dried and shriveled. But you'll think like, how the heck can that happen in a can? And you would think, don't they put enough preservatives in cans to where it'll at least hold this stuff? And I don't know if this stuff is half dead because it's been stuck on those shipments, or if literally the food that's being delivered these days are literally already dead, like literally rotten before it hits the stores, really. Because I know there's, even in the past, there was some stores you'll go to and the produce would already be dead, and the meat is dead, of course, and you could smell it throughout the store. I remember it was the Kroger's in my hometown, and they've been shut down for a few years now. But you'll walk in that Kroger's and you could smell the dead meat, and you could see the dead produce. And this was years ago, before COVID, before pandemic, before recession or any of that. And that was in the past. But now I'm thinking it is more prominent to see dead produce or to experience dead meat, because I'm thinking it's with Walmart too. They're saying that they had, in order for their shipments to get to their locations in one piece, they have to freeze their produce or have to freeze the product so it can get there, and and it'll leave a window open for delay. Like, okay, if it's delayed, the food will still be fine because it's frozen and it's packaged to come to you cold and not old and rotten. But literally, you like produce, you look at the produce like, hey, it's produce is already dead before it hits the shelf. And now with me, I haven't opened a can or a bag of anything and noticed something that's dead, but I can believe it because, especially with the produce, I'm very particular with produce. Like, I for sure won't get any produce from Walmart, and it's not because their produce is half dead. It's just I just don't think their produce is as genuine as they say it is. Um, yeah, so I just found that really interesting. And even with the cans, I'm thinking like, and they say too, with the preppers, you get people who, okay, I want to stock up on this and that, and it's like you're getting all this stuff and it's already half dead. It's like, are we stocking up on the wrong things, or is it certain things that can't be stocked because it's already dead? Like the can situation with that fruit cocktail, that was actually very interesting because you'll think stuff in the cans is supposed to last. There's videos of people who were opening cans from the 60s and 70s, and yeah, it should be withered by then, but if they have these old, literally old cans that's what's standing 20, 30 years on the shelf, and these cans that's supposed to expire in the next few years are already dead, it's like, dang. It's kind of makes you, wonder, like, damn. It's almost what makes you want to get just strictly foods that won't perish, like stick to the, and I'm not even sure what those foods are. Because you'll think like, oh, okay, cans should be good, and no, not really. I don't know if they're using a different type of aluminum, or perhaps the food was already dead before they put it in can. I don't know what it is, but it's just been happening more than once. But yeah, just be careful if you're stocking up on food. Be careful what you're stocking up on, because you'll think like, okay, this is gonna carry me for 2-3 years, and it's already dead. So when that 2-3 years swing around, you think like, okay, well, I do have these 2-3 year old beans, and you go to open them up and they're already withered, mold, and no good because they were dead before you stocked them. You see. Yeah, just check your foods and check dates, and make sure your cans have no dents, cracks, or bulges. And if your cans have dents or bulges, that's not a good sign, because that can cause botulism, and that can give room for air to get into those cans, and that's going to speed up the process too of it withering faster. But anyway, I hope all are well, hope all are safe, and take care.